Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. It spins and it swirls and it twirls. I know because I've done it 1,000 times. And I still haven't been able to be successful once. Dunce. I haven't been there ending. So smoking is the perfect way to commit suicide without actually dying. Never ending rhyme. And I smoke because it's bad. It's very simple. Razzle dazzle, shizzle my nizzle. I quit smoking the day I found out we need to not write off vaping as a safe alternative to smoking. It's not safe. Awake up, they hate. Spitting their ender, a spitter, a spatter. Never end. I'm spitting, I'm rapping again and again. That damn cigarette demon seeming to be tempting. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it 1,000 times. Never end and rhyme blah. If I cannot smoke in heaven, then I shall not go. Whoa, there I go. People always come up to me and say that my smoking is bothering them. Well, it's killing me. Never stop rapping infinite teeth. I used to smoke 2 packs a day away, and I just hate being a non-smoker. Never end a rapper, but I will never consider myself a non-smoker, a rapper, because I always find smokers the most interesting people at the table. A razzle, a dazzle, a shizzle my nizzle. I know a man who gives up smoking, drinking, sex, and rich food. A woo, a boo. He was healthy right up to the day he killed himself. Raps on the shelf. I have made it a rule never to smoke more than one cigar at a time, more than one cigarette at a time. Never ending rhymes. Smoking is one of the leading causes of all statistics. Rapping realistic. Smoking kills. If you're killed, if the blood spills, you've lost a very important part of your life. Never ending rhymes. A cigarette has a fire at one end and a fool at the other. Never ender. A spitter, a spatter, a rapper. Cigarettes and coffee, an alcoholic's best friend. Never stop rapping them again and again. Give the choice between give me a choice between a woman and a cigarette. I'll always choose a cigarette. I need that cigarette, man. I tried to stop smoking cigarettes, but by telling myself I just didn't want to smoke a woe, but I didn't believe myself. I was spitting raps on the shelf. Remember, if you smoke after sex, you're doing it too fast. Rapping to smoke or not to smoke. I can't make either a life work. I can't make I don't smoke anymore except on National Not No Smoking Day as a protest against those who want to control our lives. They're end and rhyme. I thrive. More than one cigarette at a time is excessive smoking, rapping, never end and spitting, spatting. The nicotine never stops spitting. If we see you smoking, we will assume you are on fire and take appropriate action. Never stop spitting, I'm rapping. A spinner and a pitter, a patter, the cigarette rapper. I'm the infinite cigarette smoker, a rapper. A spinner and their ender, a pitter. A cigarette is the only consumer product which, when used as directed, kills its consumer. Never ender, a spitter, a rapper. But believing we do something when we do nothing is the first illusion of tobacco. It's wacko, a crack, a blacko. Much smoking kills live men and cures dead swine. Never end in rhymes. He who doth not smoke hath either known no great griefs or refuseth himself the softest consolation equation next to that which comes from heaven. Smoking comes from heaven. Rampant rebellion never stop spitting again. For the first time in history, sex is more dangerous than a cigarette afterward. And a spitter, a spatter, never entering a pitcher. I went on hellions to quit puffing that hell fume in God's clean air. Despair, aware, a bear. I'm glad I don't have to explain to a man from Mars why each day I set fire to a dozen little pieces of paper and then put them in my mouth. Pow, wow, 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 wow. There's a lot of people who a cigarette about the only vacation they have. Ram, bam, bam. You must have a cigarette. A cigarette is the perfect type of perfect pleasure. It is exquisite and it leaves one satisfied. Want more, can want. I now have absolute proof that smoking even one marijuana cigarette is equal in brain damage to being on Bikini Island during an H-bomb blast. But never end and rap. The dead drug leaves a ghost behind. At certain hours, it haunts the house and pow. If an addict who has been completely cured starts smoking again, he has no longer experiences the discomfort of his first addiction and a rampant rebellion. There exists therefore outside accolades and a habit, a sense for opium, an intangible habit, rapid, which lives on despite the recasting of the organism. A dead drug leaves a ghost behind. Rhyme. At certain hours it haunts the house, and I shout and I pout, and a bop. There's something luxurious about having a girl, light your cigarette. In fact, I got married once on account of that, and I stopped spitting a rap. There are some circles in America where it seemed to be more socially acceptable to carry a handgun than a pack of cigarettes, rapping on their end of black. Odds me, I marry with what pleasure and felicity they have in taking their ruguous tobacco. It is good for nothing but to choke a man, wham bam, and fill him full of smoke and embers. Never stop spitting a rapper. Good food, good sex, good digestion, good sleep. To these basic animal pleasures, man has added nothing but a good cigarette. Rapping, I smoke 10 to 1500 cigarettes a day. At my age, I haven't to hold on to something, never end up bedazzling and rapping. Spitter or patter. The public health authorities never mention the main reason rapping many Americans have for smoking heavily, which is that smoking is fairly honorable for a form of suicide and genocide, homicide, infinite rhymes. Now the only thing I miss about sex is a cigarette afterwards. Next to the first one in the morning, rapping is the best one of all at all. It tasted so good that even if I had been frigid, I would have pretended otherwise just to be able to smoke it. I took it, I woke it, I like that cigarette demon at the semen, man. I thought I could afford to take her out and smoke as well as spell. So I gave up cigarettes, then I took her out and one day I looked at her and thought, oh, well, and I went back to smoking again, bam, bam, and that was better. And there spit a rapper. Never stop. Do you mind if I smoke? I don't care if you burn, spent rapping a turn, custom, loathsome to the eye, hateful to the nose, harmful to the brain, dangerous to the lungs, and in the black, stinking fume thereof, nearest resembling the horrible stygian of smoke of the pit that is bottomless, never ending metropolis. Even I have given up smoking again. God, I feel homicidal but fit, a different man, irritable, moody, depressed, rude, nervy, perhaps, but the lungs are fine. They're ending spitting rhymes all day and all night. What must be wrong with my head? I must have that nicotine dick, man. I gotta suck on that nicotine dick. That infinite nicotine stick, man. I like those cigarettes, man. Can't stop puffing and passing on that wacky tobacco. Or under a spitter, a spatter. Passing on that whacker tobacco. The majority of smokers began while they were teenagers. Spitting an infinite, a smoker, a rager. Those who have smoking friends or parents are more inclined to begin smoking than those who do not. Spin rap of the block. Spitting their end of the block. On their end of the top. I stop spitting again. Must be something wrong with my head. I'm smoking a cigarette again and again. I stop spitter a spatter. I never ender a spitter a patcher. Giving them smoking as I even smoke in bed. Imagine smoking a cigarette in bed, reading a book next to your bed. There's a cigarette on the table with a special cigarette ashtray, and your wife is leaving a book on how to save the environment. Rapping requirement never end a block. I just don't want anyone messing around with my pure smoking pleasure. Rapping above I reassure. I think about giving up smoking and rapping, but decided not to. I'm not a quitter. I'm an infinite smoker, a rapper. Asthma doesn't seem to bother me anymore, or unless I around cigarettes or dogs. The thing that would bother me most would be a dog, smoker, cigar, rapping up a fire. I quit. Smoking is one of the leading causes of statistics. Get realistic. Smoking kills. If you're killed, you've lost an important part of your life. You're in an interview to become a spokesperson for a federal anti-smoking campaign. Believing we do something when we do nothing is the first illusion of tobacco. It is wacko past that wacky tobacco. I need that nicotine dick, man. That cigarette demon is tempting me again. I gotta puff on that nicotine dick. That cigarette demon is tempting me again. A cigarette is the only consumer product which, when used as directed, kills its consumer. They're in a spitter rapper. I tried to quit smoking by telling myself I just didn't want to smoke, but I didn't believe myself. Then I started spitting raps on the shelf. Cigarette fire at one end, a lot of the other end, a bit of tobacco in between. There's that rapping infinity times infinity. To the average cigarette smoker, the world is his ashtray. Rappers dismay. Cigarettes are killers that travel in packs. Never end in raps. My smoking might be bothering you, but it's killing me. There's that rapping monopoly. I have made it a rule never to smoke more than one cigarette at a time. If I can smoke in heaven, if I cannot smoke in heaven, I shall not go. Whoa, whoa, there I go. Whoa. Smokers don't get to smoke, they have to smoke. Whoa. The only safer cigarette is your last one. Cigarettes never hurt anyone, but trouble starts when you light them. Rapping an anthem, a rhythm. A cigarette a day keeps the doctor in pay. Rapping away goes the day. I only smoke when I drink. I'm down to 2 packs a day. Away, away. Be nice to the people who smoke a cigarette. Any cigarette might be their last cigarette. Rapping and a mess. I don't mind not going to heaven as long as there are cigarettes in hell. Underneath the infinite cigarette, rapping a spell. I always say no to cigarettes, but cigarettes don't speak English, so I decided to ignore it and leave it alone. Well, there I go. Instead of learning cancer language, spent rapping infinite synagogue language. Smoke or not, you die anyway. Babe, a freak delay. It has been proven that 100% of people that smoke die. It has also been proven that 100% of people that don't smoke die too. It's been rhyming too. It's been proven that 100% of people that smoke die. It's also been proven that 100% of people that don't smoke die too. It's been blah blah blah. If you don't want to see me smoking, then you better find other ways to keep my lips busy. Rapping infinity. To know more about lung cancer, keep smoking, rapping, beholden, and stop spitting. I gotta get a hold of that nicotine dick, man. That cigarette demon is tempting me to puff on that nicotine dick, man. I gotta keep puffing on that nicotine dick, man. I gotta keep puffing on that cigarette dick. That cigarette demon is tempting me to puff on that nicotine dick again. Giving up smoke, never stop rapping, spitting their end about smoking cigarette at 5 in the morning. Spend their end. He was healthy right up to the day he killed himself. So I'm spitting their end. Here I am spitting again. Why drink and drive if I can smoke and travel? A razzle, a dazzle. They are perfectly harmless until you put one in your mouth and light it on fire. Infinite desire, a rhymer. Smoking is a habit that drains your money and kills you slowly, one puff after another. I puff the magic dragon, never stop rapping. I'll never quit smoking, start living, never end and stop rapping. I want to keep puffing on that magic dragon and wagon. The best time to stop smoking is when the cigarette arrives at the filter. A rhymer, a patcher. 100% of non-smokers die. Infinite rhymes, infinite blah blah blah. Cigarettes taste better paired with coffee and frustration. Never ending equation. Save a cigarette. Every day thousands of cigarettes die from burns inflicted by preventable fires. Help save a cigarette today. Please respect ours. No smoking policy. Yes, I smoke. Yes, I already know it's bad for me. Infinite monopoly. Smoking helps you relax. I'm going to cut this rap in half with an axe. They're talking about banning cigarette smoking now in any place away. That used to be 10 or more people in a week, which I guess means that Madonna can't even smoke in bed. Rapping, don't make an ash of yourself. Stop. Don't make an ash of yourself. Whenever I think to quit smoking, I need a cigarette to think. I'm worried that if I give up smoking, I'll replace it with murdering. Rapping never ending up blah blah. Whenever I think to quit smoking, I need a cigarette to think. If it's true that opportunities attract, I should be looking for someone that gets up early and does stuff. Smoking helps you relax in your grave. Infinite away goes today. Here's a list of people who want to smell your Here's a list of people who want to smell your nasty secondhand smoke. A blank page, yo. Never ending rapping again. Giving up smoking. It's never ending. I'm never gonna stop smoking again. I need that cigarette. I need that nicotine dick, man. It's getting tempted to me by a cigarette demon. The cigarette demon keeps tempting me to puff on that magic dragon, that nicotine dick. Spitting there, and I'm puffing the magic dragon. I'm spitting, I'm rapping. They're ending, I'm spitting, I'm spatting. I'm gonna keep puffing the magic dragon, puffing on that nicotine dick, getting tempted by the cigarette demon. Smokers don't grow old, they die young. Why drink and drive when you can smoke and fly? Smoking helps in losing weight, one lung at a time. They're ending rhymes. Giving up doesn't always mean you are weak. I'm gonna start to tweak. Sometimes it means you are strong enough and smart enough to let go. Whoa. The best way to quit is to never start. A cigarette a day keeps the doctor in pay. Frito olay. Thousands of people stop smoking a day by dying from it. Love and smoking are the same things. Both of them hurt us on leave and rapping never ending. Cigarettes never hurt anyone. The trouble starts when you light them. Spinning rhythm, my amp, I'm spinning my Can't we all just get along and maybe one day pass a bond? Fake coughing in front of smokers just to make them feel guilty. Rapping infinity. A cigarette, a fire at one end, a fool at the other, and a bit of tobacco in between. Rapping monopoly. Whenever I think to quit smoking, I need a cigarette to think. I never went to high school, but I went to school high. Spent infinite rhymes. I never went to high school, but I went to school high. Infinite rhymes. Cigarettes are a classy way to commit suicide, and they're ending rhyme. I hold my pinky up, I commit suicide, smoking infinite cigarettes and spitting infinite rhymes. If you're thinking about smoking, think again, spitting rapping up different. Smoke is like cutting onions, it affects you and the people beside you. Never stop spitting a kissing a person who smokes is like licking an ashtray. I went on a diet, stopped smoking dope, cut out the drinking and heavy eating, and in 14 days I lost 2 weeks. There's some spit in between. It's been proven that 100% of people that smoke die. It's also been proven that 100% of people that don't smoke die too. I really hate cigarettes. Whenever I see one, I light one up. I love to be in a fog because nobody knows I'm smoking, rapping, smoking answers the essential question: how are you going to die? Infinite rhymes, cancer cure, smoking, rapping, never ending. It is an easier way to stay out than get out. Cigarettes are killers that travel in packs, never ending. Infinite rhymes. If you don't want to see me smoking, then you better find other ways to keep my lips busy, rapping a fizzy cigarette packets, and love both are the same. The only difference is is that at least cigarette packets come with a warning. Spent rapping to know more about lung cancer. Keep smoking, rapping, bedazzling, harassing me about my smoking may be hazardous to your health. Spent rapping, my heart begins to melt. Stop smoking. Did you know that each cigarette shortens your life by approximately 12 minutes? Smoking is like getting burned inside, but you can never feel it. Rapping, I feel it. I have been smoking for 22 years. I am in my 30s today. Never stop spitting rapping parade. It ruins your life, her life, and their life. Spinning their end rhymes. The best way to stop smoking is to carry wet matches. Spitting rapping. Smoke a pound a day and fly high and say weed is the only way. Wait today. Spitting. If you can't stop smoking, cancer will. Spitting will. Smoking reduces weight in 1 lung at a time. Lips that smoke are really hard to kiss. Smokers don't get to smoke. They have to smoke. These things will kill you, but life will kill you. Think this, spitting, rapping, a miss. Do you mind if I don't smoke? Well, there I go. I smoke when I'm alone. Long lit life or cigarettes you choose. Spitting, rapping, boo. Long life or cigarettes you choose. I choose cigarettes, you know. Cigarettes and coffee and alcoholic's best friend. My smoking might be bothering you, but it's killing me. Rapping Monopoly. Sooner or later, everybody stops smoking. When they die, never stop spitting infinite rhymes. No, seriously, this is my last one. Oh, I'm just joking. Read an article now the other day that said smoking is bad for you. This upset me so much that I decided never to read it again, and I started smoking then. Don't try to stop smoking, just stop smoking. Rapping Monopoly. The only safer cigarette is your last one. National anthem. Just pass the ball. Smoking is no big deal. It helps you, makes you lose weight. Be nice to the people who smoke cigarette. Any cigarette might beat your last. The best time to stop smoking is when the cigarette arrives at the filter wrapper. If I cannot smoke cigarettes in heaven, I shall not go. Whoa, I hate cigarettes, that's why I burn them. Rap infinite anthem. Smoking doesn't help even when you think it does. Never ender, a spitter, a spatter, a pitter, a patter. I'm smoking cigarettes forever after. A spitter, a spatter. 20 bodies, war ready, we ready. Hand to hand combat, no water, fuck hands. Light up a cig, I drip, smoking blood, fucking ashes. Send me back to states, to space, bloodthirsty, combat veteran, searching for blood. Love my prayer, no sleep, sweaty nightmare. Send me back, fuck up, put my fucking leg. First stop the hill, no victory, puff, the magic dragon, spitting, I'm rapping, no scenarios paid, spitting, they're ending, away goes today, they're ending, spitting all night and a day. I brought myself a single cigarette to share with my ex, being ass, smoked out, choked up, and in between coughing throughout prayer to God. I'm still not addicted to them. They're ending, spitting, and they're ending, hissing. I jest. You smoke me like a cigarette, absorbing the nicotine to relieve yourself. Then you drop it to the ground and twist your foot onto it. I observe how you hold a new cigarette between your fingers, the cloud you exhale drifting away into the sky. I am useless to you now, just like any other girl. I wish a dream was easy to bite into, like a cancer stick, dying for a piece, inhaling vapors and blowing off, smoking a puff dream, puff the magic dragon, never ending rapping. Life is like a cigarette, an addiction to living with feelings of regret. Time is all ashes, slowly deducting your fame till death, and love consumes the lungs. Too much of the wrong time becomes toxic. To advertise the biggest buyers of such dreams for a rich life, like like a fucking cigarette, man. To be honest with the kind of addiction, being rich appears costly and rampant a monopoly. But I guess if I'm an old truck blowing smoke, it just means I'm exhausted, addicted to the cigarette for life. Wet weather, tiptoeing or running towards death. Blah blah blah. Either side, do play it cautious, cause whatever and you smoke the cigarette, all roads lead to death. And I start rapping and a mess. Here I go spitting again. I need that nicotine stick, man. I need that nicotine dick, man. That cigarette demon keeps tempting me to puff on that nicotine dick. The cigarette demon keeps tempting me to puff on that nicotine dick. I need to puff on that magic dragon, man. Puff the magic dragon. There's that rapping. I think people don't ever understand what I mean. He hands her a cigarette as if in wordless consolation. She does not smoke, and she has never touched a cigarette until this moment. She meets his excited hand halfway. She wraps her fingers around the instrument, spitting never end of the bullet. Here I am spitting again. There's I'm spitting again. I hiss and I jest. There's I'm spitting raps in a mess. Here I am spitting again and again. I need another cigarette, man. Keeps being tempted to me by a damn cigarette demon, man. And there's I'm spitting, and it's in Galley Hall's the portrait of a ruin and the spitter and a rapper. Here I am a spitter, a spatter. As I looked into at the sky, staring at the light. Spitter, a patcher, and a spitter, a spatter, and there's a spitting a rapper. Here I am spitting again. There are many that I miss. Having sent my last one out a car window, sparks went along the road one night. Never ending rhyme, spit infinite. I need that nicotine dick, man. It keeps getting tempted me by that cigarette demon. A cigarette demon keeps tempting me to puff on that nicotine dick and puff on the magic dragon and never stop rapping. Empty pack, no cigarettes, but another pack has one. Should I smoke it now? Cigarette stained fingers stroke the tube. I teased my mouth with it until but lighter reachable, calming a bit. How rare is it to tease oneself like this? 5 minutes in, resolved the purse. The flame flickered admirably. Cigarette went gently into my mouth, and I drew a breath. I drew the breath of the dragon again. I drew the breath of the dragon again. I stopped spitting. I hiss and I jest. I spit and raps in a mess. I'm never gonna stop spitting again. I hiss and I jest. I spit in a mess. I'm living in anticipation with other cigarettes who are also growing impatient. We're waiting, praying. Please smoke me, David, to be the next chosen one. Now the door opens, and we're soaked by the light of the sun. Screams up, pick me, pick me. I plucks me from the bunch. I've never felt so fire, a rhymer. I never felt so free. Straight from the person, I sticks my butt in her mouth. I stick my butt in his mouth, which is odd. Now he puts a flame in my face and sets me on fire. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh! But hold the phone. This feels great. I wish I could tell the fellows back in the water, the pack their fate. I take me out of her mouth and holds me with 2 fingers, rapping I linger. I blow my smoke in the air where for a couple seconds it lingers. Never ender a spitter, a rapper. I tap my back, feeling so good it might be a sin. So some embers of mine fall to the ground and disappear with the wind. Ring, ring, ding, ding, ding. After 5 minutes of pure bliss, I again pull my butt on his lips, spitting rapping. I'm putting the butt on my lips, spitting smoke as usual flows into the daylight. I'm waiting for the taps in for the embers to take flight. I'm spitting a rhyme, spitting never ending blah blah. But instead, the suddenly flicks me away without a sound. I fly through the air and drop and crashed on the ground. Bow, 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 bow. No big deal. It was clearly an accident. At least I'm still lit. Spin rapping a bit. Then as I look up, I see the sole of his shoe driving down. Bow, 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 bow. All I can do is stare and frown. He crushes me on the asphalt, then smears me around, sprinkling the wound. With salt, I disintegrate into ash. How could he just treat me like trash? Their ending raps. I thought that feeling would last forever, but I guess he decided for no evident reason it was time to sever. I've been betrayed. Alone I wither and decay. rapping away goes today. There's a spitting on. I need that nicotine dick, man. Keeps getting tempted me by a cigarette demon. I need that nicotine dick that keeps getting tempted me by a cigarette demon. There's that spitting a semen. I keep drinking a semen. I keep smoking a semen. And there's that spitting a rapping a keep smoking. I'm rapping. There's that spitting a spatting. Here I am spitting a cigarette rapping. Treat my love like a cigarette. Let it creep inside of your throat and caress your lungs. Smoke my love till you're satisfied, and let my taste sit on your tongue. Bum. Am I spitting again? Rapping and they're ending again. Everyone used to be so simple. Get up in the morning, grab something black to wear, grab the phone and make some plans with my friends, but now I don't know who's my enemy and who's my friend. I'm not sure of where my future will take me or when till end. All I know is the past is in my bed, and the memories my pillow, the morning my quilt, and the night my party. My friends to pick me up and drag me all over town, meet people and just wonder, but now where do I go? What have I done? This life is full of regrets. Remind me of the smoke from a cigarette. The true future that is, it's wispy and calls always change. If you drag your hand through the smoke, your destiny is always changing. Everything was always simple, a razzle dazzle, a sizzle my nizzle. I need another cigarette, man. Spitting their end, and I said, or stop spitting again and again, spitting and rapping in a mess. I need that nicotine dick, man. He's getting tempted by a cigarette demon. It is night, 2 a.m. I am driving to the store for cigarettes. A short trip, or it would be, except the light turns red. The minute I reach it, I slow my car to a fall, hoping that I can inch my way forward. That if I just take my time, it would turn green and signal my departure. Rapping a vulture, it doesn't turn green, and so I sit at a red light with not another car in sight. I just sit tight, just like I was trained to do. Whoop, boop, 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 whoop. A good citizen, a willing slave. Even when it is clear I could move, even when not a soul would be harmed, but by pushing on the gas and blowing the light. Or ending rhymes to sit in the dark at the light. A quiet symbol of control. Wonder what it means to be free. And this is quite possibly the greatest argument for not buying cigarettes at 2 a.m. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. If more people sat in the dark at night at 2 a.m., then the makers of lights and rules might tremble. Infinite a razzle, a dazzle, a shizzle, my nizzle, a bizzle, a fizzle, blah, 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 blah. Cut me up a tree, wrap me into a bundle, light me up like a candle. The warmth of my joy, kill the carvings you fear. Yes, it bothers me, rapping Monopoly, how you take pleasure in my pain. We are paperless in this age. The pen is made useless on a page. The knowledge falls on the deafness. Enlightenment ends in blindness. Scientists powerless. Fear big business. Rapping Monopoly. Imagine the textbooks and the toilets. Education flush down the drain. Empty classrooms. The air thick with ignorance. The stench of mental disease. Written on the chalkboard. Recite, kill, blah, blah, blah. But fax me to your heart's content. The pulp. I hope he gets a paper cut. I went until my roots were unrooted. My leafless branches dried up and twisted. My timber became rooftops. At least cultivate me an artificial forest, a sort of vegetation, urban nation. Then my offering would grow to see the light of the day. Taller than the black clouds of smoke I couldn't hear, I couldn't clear. I smoke another cigarette, drink another beer, beer. I'll cheer. I'm never ending the cigarette smoking. When I lived in Britain, it's never ending. I'm smoking again. I'm smoking. I need that cigarette, man. Keeps getting tempted to me by that nicotine demon there. So I'm spitting again. The best cigarette in a darker part of morning or a lighter shade of night, with his paying for hereafter to be of all his bright blight was a lunatic in waiting. He was something of a tease. She would spread her legs at dropping of a man onto her knees. Nurse, I've spent infinity for all of eternity. I need it's my first. I need it. I hold it like in the movies. Breathe it in. It hurts. I cough. I take another breath. I do it right. I feel sinful. Rapping of a dazzle. never ending. I need that nicotine dick, man. Please let me suck on it. I need that nicotine dick, man. It keeps getting tempted to me by that cigarette demon. If he's semen, I need that nicotine dick tempted to me by that cigarette demon. Never ending. I'm puffing the magic dragon. Never stop rapping, puffing, passing that wacky tobacco, puffing on the magic dragon. Never stop. I'm a smoking, a rapping. I'm smoking, a rapping. I'm a never ender smoker, a spitter, a rapper. I'm a smoker, a rapper. Never stops puffing on that cigarette, man. I need that nicotine dick. Keeps getting tempted to me by that cigarette demon and be semen. I never stop rapping infinitely. I need that nicotine dick. It keeps getting tempted to me by that cigarette demon, man.